I saw this viral clip too. Verydarkman and Yvonne Jegede, side by side smiling, embracing warmly at Burna Boy's birthday bash. At first glance, it looks harmless, even beautiful. But as someone who has worn a spiritual military uniform for the kingdom, faced battlefields, and witnessed what truly brings strong men down, I couldn't help but reflect more deeply. You see, the scripture says the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent taketh it by force. We are the kingdom armies, so we have to defend our own. So let's watch the video, please, before I give an overview of it. Thank you very much. Let's watch, please.
Sometimes I gotta think hard and I ponder. They can't come close, come here and they wonder. Just stay far, stay there, smoke a ganja. 24 hours in enough for gangster. No sleep now, my eyes looking like a panda. You them man.
Thank you very much for watching. You see, in life and in war, danger hardly ever announces itself. The most effective attacks don't come from the front lines. They come from the blind spot. Ask Samson. The man tore lions with his bare hands, carried city gates on his shoulders, but fell not to a sword or spear, but to softness, to the gentle, persuasive whispers of Delilah. That's the thing about strong men. We are trained to anticipate direct attacks. We are ready for critics, ready for public trials, ready for lies and betrayals. But we often leave our emotional gate unguarded, thinking affection is always safe. That's where the true danger hides. You see, VDM, Verydarkman, you are no ordinary man. If we are counting 10 of the most feared, vocal and powerful activists in Africa today, you are on the list easily. And when you are that high on the ladder, you don't just have enemies in low places. Your real enemies are in high places. That's why Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12 says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." You see that? That's why your real enemies are in high places, in comfortable offices, in circles of power, in elite networks. But the most dangerous of all are those eating and dining with you. Those who laugh at your jokes and call you brother to your face. They are quiet now because you are still strong. But strength, when targeted, is often sold to the highest bidder. Remember the Messiah Yahushua HaMashiach and Judas. It came from the one who dipped bread in the same bowl with him. This is not about Yvonne. This is about a reminder. Even a lion must watch where he lays his head. You see, VDM, I celebrate your courage, your outspokenness, and your raw truthfulness. But I have prayed for you more times than I have shared your post. Because the louder your voice gets, the more strategic your enemies become. They won't use bullets, they may use softness. And when it comes, it won't look like war, it will look like warmth. Stay discerning. A hawk can either comfort or disarm, so choose wisely. I remain Mr. Trim, Truth Revealing International Ministries. That's why the scripture says in Hebrews chapter 4 verse 12, "For the word of the Most High Yahuwah Tabaoth is alive and active, sharper than any double-edged sword. It penetrates even to dividing soul and spirit, joint and marrow. It judges the thoughts and attitudes of the heart." So our mission is to trim out the bad and destructive seed in the society. So I remain a mind soldier who has seen that not all battles come with bullets. Some come soft, wrapped in trust and comfort. As a spiritual military man for the kingdom of Yahuwah Tabaoth Bahar Shamahim, I speak not to judge but to remind every strong man. That's why Luke chapter 11 verse 21 to 23 says, "When a strong man fully armed guards his own palace, his goods are in peace. But when a stronger than he comes upon him and overcomes him, he takes from him all his armor in which he trusted and divides his spoils. He who is not with me is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters." Ecclesiastes 6:10 equally says, "Whatever exists has already been named, and what humanity is has been known. No one can contend with someone who is stronger." Even Samson didn't fall by force. He fell by what he trusted. So my dear heroes, stay alert, stay guided. Remember, Proverbs chapter 16 verse 32 says, whoever is slow to anger is better than the mighty. And he who rules his spirit, that is his desires, the lust of sight and the lust of flesh, is better than he who takes over a city. Thank you very much. Remember, ignorance is very expensive. A word to a wise is enough. Goodbye for now. Todo Rabba.